What is going on, everybody? RB here, Philly Take with RB. Hope you guys are having a great week. We are back for Eagles live stream, pre-stream actually, Friday stream before the game, number 2 of the year, week 2 coming up on Sunday. Philadelphia Eagles versus the LA Rams, season opener at the Link. Even though there's no fans, I cannot wait to see these boys play a game at the Link. It's going to be a lot of fun, very exciting. We're going to talk about the matchups. We're going to talk about the score predictions. We're going to get all of your thoughts and insight on this game, and we got some news to talk about as well. But first and foremost, what is going on, everybody? How is your day going? How's your week going? And how are you feeling right now about the state of the Eagles heading into this weekend? Let's see who is up in the chat. And if you're just tuning in, we already have 10 people in here. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ding that notification bell. As always, baby, what's going on? Mavericks country up in the house. Hit that like button before you comment on the stream. You already know, man. You already know. Hit that like button. Camel Wolf 2717. He's a Cowboys fan. Do we even need Cowboys predictions already? Come on now. Come on, man. I like to watch NFL. What's going on? Devonta Freeman isn't that good, to be honest. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. My guy, channel member, Max the Brett Brown hater, Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers win 34-31. I like how you single-handedly picked those two guys to win. It's going to be a good game. Shout out to all my channel members. We got BLSG up in here. If you guys have not checked out the memberships, the link is in the description. What is going on, everybody? My channel members are the realists. I see Rick Bennett up in here as well. BLSG says, what's up, Eagles Nation? Who's ready to see the nearly healthy Philadelphia Eagles beat the LA Lambs? I love it. Bruce, what's going on? Says, what's good? Let's get this W. Did you hear Hargrave is playing too? Definitely got to get some guys back that we need. Feel like our teams are always getting hurt. It's always, man. It's like guys are just dropping like that, man. It cannot happen. If you guys have not heard yet, we'll give like an initial report here. Honestly, it sounds like everybody is healthy, which is actually crazy. Knock on wood, you know. Miles Sanders is going to play. Lane Johnson is going to play. Javon Hargrave is going to play. Derek Barnett is supposed to play. Who am I forgetting? Derek Barnett, Sanders, Lane Johnson, Hargrave. Brandon Graham is apparently out of concussion protocol and is expected to play. All these guys. Hey, I hope they can stay on the field. The one guy who has been limiting his practice this week is Jason Peters. Who knows if he can stay healthy for 4 quarters of a game? He did it last week, but can he continually do it? It's a good question. But we're hearing some good things right now. We're hearing some good things. So what's going on, everybody? BLSG, Mavericks country. Rick Bennett says, what's up, guys and gals? What's going on, Rick? Another valued channel member up in here. Appreciate your support, my guy, as always. Big play Slay, Caleb the GOAT. Let's see. Y'all know 2020 is crazy when a football team's 2-0 and the rest is 0-2. It's crazy. It's crazy. Barn 5, welcome to the chat. What is going on? Philly girl. Hey, nice picture. Nice picture. I like the picture. Hope everything's going well with you. Hope everything is good. How are we feeling? What is our initial thoughts of the Eagles right now, the state of this team heading into week 2? We all know how we felt last Sunday afternoon heading into the evening when we blew a disgraceful game that we should have won. We should be 1-0 right now, but we're not. All right, we're not. And to me, it almost feels it's not a must-win game, but it's like if the Eagles were to go down 0-2, it's like it's not going to be pretty. So, I mean, I think we do have to win this game. We do have to win this game. Good luck. Yo, RB, what's going on? Ryan Rowe up in the chat. Be back later. Got to go. All good. Demon Badger, what is good? They should be signing Cordy Glenn, not Freeman. We will talk about that in just one moment. Give me your guys' thoughts about Devonta Freeman, as you guys have all probably heard, guys and girls. Devonta Freeman, a 28-year-old free agent running back who was linked to a couple teams in the offseason. We've been talking about him the past couple months along with everybody else. Devonta Freeman is reportedly coming in for a workout this next week. What are your guys' instant thoughts? What are your instant thoughts and reaction to that? I'm going to save mine. I'm going to give a couple minutes here. Philly Girl says, I'm excited for week 2, except for the fact that our birds won't have their crowd noise. We know it makes a difference. It absolutely makes a difference. Even Nathan Gary was talking about it a couple days ago. Like, dang, we missed the fans, and they said that we can't even like tailgate or nothing like that. It's crazy times, crazy year. But I know we can get this W on Sunday. Hopefully, we do sign Devonta Freeman because we need something in the backfield, need an experience back to pair with Miles Sanders. Should have signed Ronald Leary or Warford. Warford's a guy, I don't know why he has not been talked more about. I don't know why his name kind of dissipated. I mean, he's been to like 3 straight Pro Bowls, I think. I don't understand why. Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, 27-20 Rams. Hit the like button, subscribe. Appreciate that. How about the Clippers? Did you check out my Jason Huntley video? No, I will do that. Trying to bounce back from the Redskins. If we get Devonta Freeman, would he be running back 1? Absolutely not. Miles Sanders is our guy, and that's automatic. I feel better because we are healthy. I agree, Barm. So to talk about this Devonta Freeman, we're just going to get out of the way. If you guys are just coming in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave your thoughts in the chat right now. What are your thoughts about the Eagles bringing in Devonta Freeman for a workout next week? In my opinion, and I have not gotten to see what anybody else thinks about this or says about it because it literally just came out like 30 minutes ago. But in my personal opinion, I don't mind if we sign or we don't sign Devonta Freeman. Now, hear me out, all right? Hear me out. We have Miles Sanders who's making his return. I'm mad that he didn't play week 1. It might have made a difference, but it is what it is. And Miles Sanders, with what he was able to do last year in limited amount of games and opportunities, was incredible. And he's going to have a great year. But we also have Boston Scott. We have Corey Clement. Yeah, they didn't look the best. They didn't look the sharpest in week 1. But is it really their fault? Is it really all on them? Right? And I'm not – look, again, I don't mind if we bring Devonta Freeman in and sign him for a 1-year minimum deal. I know he turned down $4 million from the Seahawks earlier, but it is what it is. I don't want to pay another running back $5 million. That's just me. But we have Boston Scott. We have Clement. Again, it really wasn't the lack of opportunity or the lack of just talent with those guys this past week, in my opinion. It was more so Doug Peterson not running the ball, just getting away from it. Like I like to say, unleashing his Andy Reid and just throwing it downfield too much. I'm not all out on Boston Scott already or Clement. I want to see more of what they can do. And I think with Miles Sanders getting the majority of the carries, you can use Boston Scott in a role like he did last year. And I think he'll be absolutely fine. So if we bring in Devonta Freeman, give him, 5-7 carries a game, maybe down in goal line or whatever. Well, it is what it is. It's fine. Bring him in. He doesn't demand too much money. No problem. But if we don't get him, I don't think it's the end of the world or anything close to it. That's just my personal opinion. Devonta Freeman is 28 years old, free agent. He had those 2 back-to-back seasons. The second year was when they went to the Super Bowl and choked that lead. But he had 2 straight years of 1,000 yards. He had 10+ touchdowns? Yeah, both of those years had 10+ touchdowns in terms of rushing the ball. And Devonta Freeman was an integral part, 2-time Pro Bowler. But ever since then, his numbers have went down. He's been injured. And he's kind of been fading out. And we know running backs have a short term lifespan in the NFL. And I just don't think it's make or break. I'm not sure what everyone else thinks. I just don't think it's like we have to sign Devonta Freeman. That's just my opinion. If he comes in and he takes less money and we can use him for a couple carries a game, I don't mind it. But it's not the end of the world. Let me know what you guys think. But even looking here, Boston Scott had 9 carries this past week. Clement had 6. I don't think that's near enough to get your rhythm going. So I can't really just say I'm all out on those guys already. I mean, that's just my opinion. But Max the Brett Brown hater, we won't be healthy after this game. You think so? Think we're going to go down again? I hope not. Cowboy X Factor, what's going on? Cool shirt. Appreciate that. Can you guys see this shirt? The underdogs, baby. The underdogs. I love it. By the way, I mean, we were, 3.5-point favorites earlier in this week, and then they made us the underdog. I mean, look, everybody just hates Philly, but it is what it is at this point. Let us go under the radar. I do not mind that at all. Nick says, I'd like the extra running back. Drew, Minshew is a baller. If Jags get Lawrence, they should definitely sign Minshew, meaning the Eagles. Stop it, Drew. Stop it. We can't even barbecue outside the stadium. I know, right? BLSG had a good week, but I've been busy with school. Now it's the weekend. I feel you, man. I feel you with that one. Fly, Eagles, fly. It always makes it better knowing that we, waking up on a Sunday morning, getting ready to watch an Eagles game. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Let's see. Larry Warford opted out. I did not know that. I've been wondering why his name's been kind of distant lately, but that kind of answers it. So I do want to sign Freeman. He is sneaky fast. Yeah, but is he healthy? That's another thing you have to look at. If he makes one bad cut, I forget what his injury was. Was it an ACL? His last one or the major one he had? I think it was 2018. If he makes one bad cut, I don't want him to go down and then we have another situation and blah, blah, blah. Demon Badge says we should do everything we can to get Sewell or Leatherwood in the draft. It's time to rebuild the offensive line. I do think we need some more help on the O-line. We went and signed Jamon Brown, another free agent who's, again, dealing with some injuries, and I posted it on my community post. Again, it's just another backup depth piece, but how confident are we in our line? I mean, Nate Herbig's going to start again, Samalo, Jason Peters, I'm hoping he can stay healthy, but it definitely still is an area for concern. I mean, I'm just being honest. Should have signed Melvin Gordon. Interesting. I wonder how that's going to play out during the year with him and Lindsey, but we'll see. I like adding more depth at running back. Would Freeman be a backup, though? Yeah, Freeman would definitely be a backup. I like the signing. New announcement, hit 50 subs on my channel. Shout out to BLSG. Mavericks Country, y'all need offensive linemen. I agree. I think we need a guy with some experience like Devonta Freeman because it'll only upgrade our group because what if Miles Sanders gets injured and you have a banged-up Scott and Clement I'd sign? Well, I mean, in that situation, yeah. I mean, it sounds good, but there's a lot of ifs here. There's a lot of ifs. Philly Girl says me on Freeman. I absolutely agree. That's a perfect way to put it. I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Like I said, to me, it's not the end of the world. I still think Boston Scott and Clement have more to give, but that's just me. But our backs are definitely going to have to be utilized this week. What I will say is that it's like a thing here in Philly. Like Doug Peterson, yeah, he'll listen to the media. Everybody's been harping on him all week. You should have ran the dang ball more. Doug Peterson's going to come out and establish that run. I already know it's going to happen. So I'm expecting Miles Sanders to have a huge game. I'm expecting even a guy like Boston Scott to get some good carries, even some screens out of the backfield. I think he'll be all right. So, yeah. Barham says, I would like Freeman because it looked like Doug didn't trust the running backs. And if Miles gets hurt, we definitely need a guy that Doug trusts, just has to be on the right price. I agree, but I think Doug has to trust more in what we have, We still have some guys on a practice squad. We have Killins, Elijah Holyfield, Michael Warren. Like, whatever happened to those guys? That's what I'm wondering. Like, I don't know. I saw some videos of camp, and it's just like, I mean, they didn't look terrible. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But my final take on the Freeman thing is if we get him, well, that's fine with me. But if not, it's not the end of the world. You got to trust in what you have. You really do. So I think we need an experienced offensive lineman for depth. JP is going to get injured. I absolutely agree. And I already said, I've been saying for months, I don't trust him to stay healthy the entire year. So, I definitely think we should go out and make a trade or something like that. I'm not out on Corey or Boston yet. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What's going on, Connor Murphy? Sign AB. Interesting. That's a hot take, baby. I think Doug Peterson feels pressure this week due to the blunder loss thing. He's Andy Reid. Exactly. He's going to feel that pressure, and Doug is going to come out right away. He'll probably run the ball 3 times in a row just to let it be known that, I'm okay. I know what I'm doing. But again, it still does cause for some concern because Doug just gets out of his own element sometimes. I'm telling you. This team is so talented. If we just establish that run, the problem was last week we all I saw was play action and play action and play action, and that Washington D line wasn't fooled by any of it. They were ready to just hit Carson Wentz. By the time he even turns around and thinks of looking downfield, I mean he's getting hit. So I don't know. We just can't be that predictable. Adriano says, "Can you stream more?" Hey. We got to stream every single Friday. We have a post-game stream directly after the game. So we'll keep doing what we can, I mean, Eagles should get Minshew to back up Carson if the Jags get Trevor. Don't know why Jags would get rid of the god anyways. I mean, I don't know if he would be a backup, but we'll see. Brandon's in here, says, go Rams. Got a Rams fan in here. There we go. There we go. Welcome to the chat. Let's see. Just started playing football. Any advice? I'd say your head's got to be into it. Your heart's got to be into it, you know? We still have Holyfield we could try out too. Exactly. We have some more pieces here. So I really think that, you know, I'm not going out and paying Devonta Freeman $4 or $5 million to come in here. It's just not happening, you know? It's just not happening. Let's see. BLSG says, I need you to answer this question. Which jersey should I wear? Ertz, Miles Sanders, or David Akers? Whew. I think you go with the Sanders this week. I'm going with Miles Sanders as well, just because first game back, he's got to ball out. He's got to ball out. We're going to talk about keys of this game, who you guys think is going to break out this week, and a lot more. But if you're just tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe. You guys know what to do. Philly Girl says, Doug has not looked confident, and that worries me, this press conferences. Exactly. And I want Doug to be aggressive. I want us to be smart, but at the same time, you can't get too pass happy. You just cannot. I mean, I miss Frank Reich right about now. I really do. Let's see. You better watch out for LA. They run a lot of successful play action. Exactly. And I think you're going to see a lot of bootlegs with Jared Goff, which is why I'm hoping with Hargrave and Barnett back that we're going to be able to accumulate pressure. Thoughts on Doug saying Ertz touchdown was scripted for JJ? He was open, though. I did see that very briefly a little while ago. It is what it is. I thought it was an all right read. But we're going to talk about JJ. I need him to get more involved in the offense. I mean, he had 26 snaps and no targets. How does that happen? He is a second-year player now, a second-round pick. All we've been hearing about is them raving about him in camp, and he gets no targets? I mean, that's a problem. That is a problem, but just my opinion. Eagles Nation Law Firm, what's going on? Tough one to call this week, Miles. How do I donate? There should be a little button, man, but hey, I appreciate it no matter what, man. I appreciate it. Eagles Nation says we got to run the ball. We absolutely look, the run will open up the pass. I mean, that's all I can keep saying is the run will open up the pass. Hopefully, it was just a matter of not having your guy in Miles Sanders on the field, but we'll see what happens, you know? We'll see. Kyle Shanahan, Mcvay are my play calling idols. Yeah, Sean McVay isn't bad, but at the same time, looking at the recent history, Doug Peterson, in my opinion, is Sean McVay's father. I mean, this guy has beat him the last couple times. Aaron Donald has not recorded a sack on us, and we'll talk about Donald. But we beat them with Nick Foles when we desperately needed a win. I know you guys remember that. We were underdogs. We beat them the game that Carson Wentz tore his ACL and threw a touchdown on a torn ACL. And then we ended up winning that game. So we've had some good history against the Rams. So we'll see what happens. But, hey, let me get your guys' keys of the game. Because I put out a preview prediction video yesterday, as I will every Thursday before we do these streams. But I have some main points for this game. But I want to know what you guys think are the main factors to winning this football game. Let me know in the chat. Let's see. I have football. Got to go. Sorry. All good, man. Have a good night. I'm a Patriots fan, but hope your team wins versus the Rams. I hope so, too. Let's see. It was because of Nick Foles. Yeah, Nick was on it, man. Nick was really on it. But, hey, let's talk about my keys of the game. I'm going to reiterate this from yesterday, kind of add a few things in here. And there's a lot of talking points I want to get to, but my number one key to this game is the Eagles neutralizing the Rams defensive line, and most importantly, Aaron Donald. Like I said, 3 games, no sacks against the Eagles, but we have thrown a lot of double teams at Aaron Donald, put a lot of pressure. But here's the problem. The Rams have many former first-round picks that are contributing. 3 guys, Brockers, Leonard Floyd, and Aaron Donald all recorded a sack against the Dallas Cowboys. And you know they're going to bring that pass rush. You know they are dissecting that film against for the Eagles against Washington this past weekend. They're saying, hey, if we just throw a lot of pressure, well, that offensive line is banged up. We're going to try to hit Carson Wentz in his mouth. And that's what I'm kind of worried about. I think we got to get the ball off quick. I think we have to utilize our tight ends like we were at the beginning of the game, but we have to stick with it. I feel like we just kept going downfield and we kind of got away from what was working. But they're going to send a lot of pressure. We must neutralize Aaron Donald. I know you guys saw the videos of him throwing people out of the way this last week. We cannot let that happen. If he gets a big hit on Carson Wentz, I will be scared for my life for Carson Wentz, all right? Number 2 is for the Eagles to play smarter in every category. Carson Wentz has to get rid of the ball. He needs to be smarter, not hold on to it. Doug Peterson needs to get the ball out quicker, like I said, and if we go up with a lead, you have to be smart. You cannot give the other team life. Give them chances where they're going to take advantage and run with it. You can't do that as Doug Peterson. And like I said in my video yesterday, the Washington football team's longest scoring drive was 48 yards. 48 yards, and they scored 27 unanswered. That's ridiculous. Our defense didn't even play that bad. They were just put in terrible situations. So you got to really look at it and keep that overarching look and really just keep a hold of the game. I feel like sometimes we just let it get away from us. I think the Eagles got to play a lot smarter in every category. Do what is working. How about some pre-snap motion? How about keeping the defense off balance? Use your tactics. Use your strategy. You know what I mean? And my third and last key to this game is to eliminate turnovers, and mostly that's with Carson Wentz. You can't hold on to the ball, and you can't fumble and give Aaron Donald a free strip sack and let them get right in our territory. You can't let that happen. And if we go up 7 or 10 points, you can't throw a bad interception. You just got to make those decisions on the fly. You got to make them better. So those are my kind of 3 takes of the game. I also think the Eagles need to pressure Jared Goff because, in my opinion, he's not the same when he's under pressure. Jared Goff in week 1 was averaging 10.6 yards per attempt when he was not under pressure. And like someone mentioned earlier, he's going to do a lot of play action. He's going to look for them boys, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, who just got an extension. They're going to try to establish the run, but Jared Goff, trust me, they will take some shots. And if we're sleeping, if we're not playing it smart, well, it could get pretty ugly. So those are my keys to the game. Let me see. Let me get some of you guys. Rieger scares me, not going to lie. I'm expecting him to be utilized not just in the deep ball game, but why not short as well? Like, get the guy some more touches, Hightower, I feel like he was a little bit shaky. He'll probably bounce back if he even gets even if he gets any more touches, RB, see if I donate if you stream Sunday. I'll be on immediately after the game on Sunday, just like I was last week. So be sure to be on there. Everybody in here. Less sacks for goodness sake. Absolutely. And the Eagles must adapt. We must adjust, and we cannot come out with the same strategy as we did against the Washington football team. We can't. The weak links of this game are Doug versus Jared Goff. Interesting. We need to pound the run. Ram offense sucks, then we're good. Do you think Miles Sanders will do good? I think he's going to have an amazing game. I really do. Just because of all this noise, I think Doug is going to go to Miles a lot. But at the same time, hopefully we can get the Rams in a kind of groove, and hopefully we can take some shots deep. Hopefully D-Jax plays more than the first quarter, you know what I mean? Because he came out 2 quarters. I actually have a quote on that. We'll talk about that in a second, but Jalen Rieger, I mean, we got to take some shots, you know what I mean? But we also have to be smart. We have to know when to take them. So let Deshaun play more. That's what I hope to see because he was sidelined for a while. Yeah, I still don't understand. They're trying to load manage D-Jax. It doesn't make sense. You're losing a game that you desperately need. Every win counts. Don't get sad if your team lose. I feel bad for you when you're sad. Look, it's all passion in the game, I'll be fine the next day. It just is what it is. The life of a Philly sports fan. O-line improving with Lane is my key to this game. Also establishing a run game and Carter's pocket awareness. Yeah, now, Demon, let me ask you, what do you think about Lane? Because they said he's not fully healthy. That's kind of concerning for me. That's kind of concerning when you got to go up against these boys. And they're no joke. And I hope Lane doesn't aggravate anything, Carson got to get rid of the ball quicker. Protect, run, and cover Eagles game plan. We need to pressure Goff in the pocket. Do you think Carson could be an MVP candidate if the O-line was better? I can't really go off one game, but absolutely. But I also think a lot of it is on Carson himself and on Doug as well. So I can't just pinpoint it on one category, BLSG says, my three keys: offensive line, protect Carson Wentz from Donald. Wentz must throw the ball away under pressure. Defense must get sacks and fumbles. I like it. Carson must throw the ball away if he's going to get sacked or pressured. That's a must need for the offense. Absolutely. And it's, we're in year 5 now. It's time to stop anybody who's doing this. I'm not pinpointing one person, but whoever's making excuses, like, I'm all for Wentz. Wentz is my guy. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep it real. Wentz, it is year 5. It is time for you. Carson Wentz has the intangibles, but he has to put it together in his head. That's what will make him great. That's what will make Carson Wentz great. And it's not a lot. It's just some simple things, but he has to get in that rhythm. But they got to tell him as well. They got to break down this film, and you got to throw it away. I mean, there's no reason Dan Orlovsky should be breaking this stuff down on ESPN. And are the Eagles not doing that? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Carson wasn't spotting wide open guys last week. I've seen that actually as a trend too. So we'll definitely keep our eye on that. Less sacks, less overthrown balls from Wentz. Our secondary needs to step up. Needs to stop Kupp, Jefferson, and Woods, who just got paid today. Yeah, Woods got paid another one. Van Jefferson had a 30-yard game or something. So they got some weapons. They have some weapons. They were even able to establish a run with Malcolm Brown had a couple touchdowns and Cam Akers, the rookie. So I don't think they're some unstoppable team, but they'll definitely give us a test. But I have a good feeling about this one. I think the Eagles usually rebound after a poor game like that. They just do. Let's see. Philly Talk Podcast, what's going on, man? In the house. You already know. Hit that like button and go subscribe to him as well if you have not yet. One of the best content creators. It's my guy. Says, had to break down a preview thoroughly. I think we can edge them out. Caught your preview. Wade Phillips not here. It's Brandon Stanley. Yeah, that was my mistake. I didn't mean to say Wade Phillips. That's my fault, but I appreciate you checking out my thing. And the Rams, I think the Rams will be a decent defensive team, but I think there are some things that we could still exploit in terms of the Rams. So I think as long as we stick with our game plan, we should be fine, Lord Dagger, what's going on, man? Says, what's good, my dudes? What's going on? How you doing? Hope everything is well. Ryan Rose says, we must not have any turnovers the whole game. Yeah, I hope so. Doug's play calling needs to be better too. Stop trying to win the game on every play. Exactly. Take your time, have a momentum drive, get down the field, utilize your red zone weapons. All right. Dallas Goedert, JJ. Dallas Goedert had the most yards out of any tight end in the league. And I almost feel like we kind of stopped going to him late down in the game. Like we just did not play it smart at all. I think we'll be all right. Protect and run. You should be fine then. Doug versus Jared Goff. Who will screw it up first will lose. Let Scangarello call plays. Interesting. Philly girl. I'd like to see Deuce call plays. That'd be interesting. I think Deuce has been in line for a while, and I wouldn't mind Doug delegating. We have all these offensive assistants. Why not? Why not? Real quick, appreciate my guy Philly Mike, man. Philly Talk Podcast. Again, if you guys have not yet, subscribe to his channel. It says get that W. Appreciate the super chat. Let's hope we can get this W, man. Let's hope we can get this W. I know you and I and everybody else was not happy after last week, but I just have a good feeling about this. What do you think, Philly Mike? What's your score prediction? I have a good feeling about this. I have a good feeling. Think the O-line will be a continuing issue all season. Health and performance, it's up to the coaches to plan for this. That's true. Next man up. Eagles 24-21 game-winning field goal by Jake Elliott. He's got to be better as well. Mahomes in his third year knows how to play. It's ridiculous how Wentz is 5 years and can't do the basics of a quarterback. Interesting. He's got to develop. But I think Carson Wentz has a lot of things that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. But at the end of the day, like Carson Wentz, just some simple things that have just been going on too long, and they have to be corrected. Vic Fangio is usually good versus pass creating turnovers. RB, you're my favorite sports announcer on YouTube. I appreciate that a lot. That does mean a lot to me. Appreciate those words. Just out here grinding, trying to do my thing. So appreciate you for tuning in all the time. That means a lot. Replay booth, sports talk, what's going on? What happened to Arcega Whites? I haven't seen him in a while. He was there, 26 snaps and no targets. We're just going to talk about him in a second. I want to talk to you guys about something 1 second because Doug Peterson was asked this week about why why Carson Wentz was not designed more rollouts in this game. And what he said kind of found me as striking. So here's what happened. I'm going to read it to you guys. So Doug Peterson was asked, like I said, kind of why Wentz was not rolled out of the pocket. Why did he just stay in and allow him to take so much pressure? And Doug Peterson said this. He said, I'd love to have Carson outside the pocket more. He's dynamic outside the pocket, great vision and all that. But again, we have to do a better job on first down in order for a lot of those plays to take place. Now, I'm like, okay, like, how does that correlate? You know, like, I mean, okay, that makes sense. We have to do a better job on first down, but still, like, you can roll a guy out. We were calling play action type plays on first down. So I don't understand. Like, can we, you know, like it kind of doesn't fit together. So somebody asked him, I don't know who it was, but they said, can't you just roll him out on first down, which is the obvious thought. And Peterson said, that's a great question. Yes. So then they said, why didn't you do that? And he said, we hit Goddard on the fourth play of the game down to the 5-yard line, play action. I guess looking back on it, you can always second guess yourself. Something I have to do a better job at, I guess, be more conscious of it. I mean, yeah, Doug, you have to be a lot more conscious of it, you know? Like, I mean, it's kind of common sense. Like, if something is working, you saw that first drive, how free-flowing this offense was. Hitting guys over the middle, finding our guys 10, 15 yards out. It was very seamless. So I'm just like, hey, I don't understand. But we definitely got to get Wentz out of that pocket because those pass rushers are going to be coming for his neck. So very interesting. Clippers or Nuggets, Lakers or Nuggets. I don't know. Lakers, I guess. Probably Lakers. Doug has no feel, flow, or rhythm for the run game. It feels like when he runs, it's out of nowhere. Andy has gotten back to the run recently. Exactly. We have to. The run opens up the pass. You cannot forget that. Cannot forget. Philly Talk Podcast dropped my preview an hour ago. However, 27-24 Eagles. I like it. What happened at Arcega Whites? I haven't seen him in a while. Eagles 14-13, 17-10 Birds. All the preseason hype for Whiteside, and he doesn't get a target. It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. 24-17 Birds win. 28-21 Eagles. 24-20 Eagles. Do you think you need Allen Robinson? I've heard Allen Robinson. I've heard OBJ. I've heard a bunch of them. At this time, I mean, I don't think we need a wide receiver. I just think we have to use our personnel better, honestly. At this point, my biggest concern is the offensive line. Now, I was also worried about the linebackers, but they played surprisingly well. So my main concern is with offensive line. So that's just me. But let's talk about who you guys think are going to have good games. You know, I do my standout Eagles every week. So the guys I picked for this week are Zach Ertz and Miles Sanders because I think Zach Ertz, obviously, you know, with everything happening, Zach Ertz is going to come out here. I feel like they're going to put a lot of pressure on Dallas Goedert, and I think Zach Ertz is going to come out here and have like a huge game. I think both of them are going to play well, but I think Zach Ertz is going to have a huge game. I think we're going to incorporate a lot of the slants. I think Zach Ertz is going to get in his rhythm, and Carson Wentz is going to find his man. That's just my opinion. And Miles Sanders, we know his first game back, and Doug is just going to go for the run and the run and the run. So I think Miles Sanders and Zach Ertz are going to be our main guys this week. Just my opinion. What do you guys think in terms of which Eagles are going to stand out? Let me know. Dallas Goedert had the most yards of any tight end in the entire league, over 100 yards. How many catches did he have? It was like 8, right? Yeah, 8 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. So I think our rookies are going to get more incorporated. I think Rieger is going to get some touches. Hopefully D-Jack stays in as well, and they're not load managing, which is a bunch of crap. They said they're trying to save him for a Week 16 game. Like, you know, they're saying like we need him down the stretch, but the reality is if you don't utilize him now, then we might not even make the playoffs. So you got to use D-Jacks. He said he was healthy, so let's see. Prediction for NBA Finals, Lakers versus the Heat. Demon Badger, we don't need A-Rob. Wide receiver isn't the issue. I agree. Eagles are a bounce-back team. Rammies are going to get wrecked. I agree. They usually do bounce back after a game like that. Asia Roberson, what's going on? Appreciate you being up in the chat. How are you feeling about everything? How are you feeling? Philly girl. Connor Murphy, 27-17. Don't blow a 27-0 lead, please. I would hope not, Connor. I would hope not. Phillies won the first doubleheader. Yeah, I was just watching that. They finally got something a little bit going, but it's been disgraceful lately. Awoken, I'm going to sign off. Have a blessed day. Hey, you have a blessed night. Have a blessed day, blessed night, wherever you are right now. Hope everything's good. Hope to see you back on Sunday. So, let's see. King of Philly says, to me, Dallas Goedert looks faster than everybody on the field. He really does. He's looking like he can be our guy of the future. So I'm excited to see what Goedert is able to do. But I want to give him some more touches, especially down in the red zone. Let Goedert get that flow. Let him get going. I really just think that the 12 personnel, like Goedert and Ertz together, I feel like that can't be stopped like that. I feel like it's hard to stop. So I think Rieger's going to have a big game. Ertz is going to have a good game. Jalen Rieger and Nathan Gary. Interesting. Hard to pick a wide receiver for a breakout because I have no idea how Doug will use them. That's a common theme. Who's going to get used? It's always like someone pops out. Even a guy like Greg Ward, I thought should have had more touches last week. I feel like we get away from guys that are in their flow, you know? Feel like we get away from guys sometimes. I think Djax is going to ball out this game. I love it. I absolutely love it. Goddard and Ertz. Let's use both of them. Here's my hot take for the week. If you guys watched my preview video, hot take for the week. Dallas Goedert and Ertz both get a touchdown. Why not? Why not use them together? That is the commodity that we have right now. And then they're going to have to worry about Miles Sanders out of the backfield. I'm telling you, man, that is a lethal combination. Who watching the Lakers Nuggets? You already know I am. Miami up 2-0. It feels bad having to go to Aaron. It feels bad having to go versus Aaron Donald with a trash offensive line. It's bad from a Seahawks fan. Yeah. I'm hoping our guys can hold up. We have a little bit of depth, but I'm happy that Lane Johnson's back. I hope he's able to twist and turn on his ankle and nothing gets re-aggravated. So we'll see. Asia Roberson, I know you miss Jimmy Butler. Absolutely. It's terrible. Go Nuggets. Hey, I want to know from you guys, who is your breakout Eagle for the week, you know? Who's your breakout Eagle in terms of a guy maybe who's been underrated, maybe a guy who could step up, who, you know, might not be as involved as before or everyone's forgetting about them? Who could be a guy to step up and break out this week? Me is Nickel Roby-Coleman. Just going up against his old team, all this old motivation, you know what I mean? I think Nickel Roby-Coleman could pick off Jared Goff, to be honest. I think Nickel Roby-Coleman could be that guy to step up. I think our corners are going to do just fine. I loved Slay. I love how he was able to stay toe for toe with McLaurin. And I like Nickel Roby-Coleman. I thought Avante should have had that one interception, but I wasn't mad. Even our safeties, McLeod and Mills, played well, so I can't be too mad at it. But yeah, Nickel Roby-Coleman talked about this extra motivation, how the Rams didn't want him. And he kind of has some insight on Jared Goff and the Rams, so I'm excited. Hey, RB, I'm so happy that my Dallas Stars are in the Stanley Cup Finals now that it's an Eagles stream. Hey, it's all good, man. Shout out to your Dallas Stars. Got to a championship before the Cowboys. Pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Still can't believe they let Butler leave then sign Horford and Harris to the gross contracts. Terrible. D. Jackson Rieger. Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley's a good one. Didn't really see much of him last week at all. Go Bolts. We will hear Hargrave's name a lot. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to stuff the run of the Rams. I really do. And what I'm actually looking for is Jim Schwartz to send pressure. Like, why not dial up a few more blitzes than you usually do? Because he usually sends nothing. Why not send Graham and Barnett and maybe Hassan Ridgeway and Josh Sweat and all those guys? Why not send a lot of pressure at Goff? Get him uncomfortable out from the gate, you know? Lakers versus Heat. Who would you root for? The Lakers in honor. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, either way, it would be nice, but I just have a feeling it's in the cards for the Lakers. Please beat the Rams. I hope we do. I think we need to beat them. I do. I think Nathan Gary will make a clutch play late in the game. Interesting. I also said that we make a key defensive stop late in this game with a few minutes left. It'll be a heart attack like every Eagles game is. I think it'll come down later on in the game. But I just think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to make a key stop. I just do. Avonte Maddox, because he did quite impress me in week 1. I think our second, look, I'm telling you, our defense is much improved, and I think our secondary is going to be very, very solid as well. Even a special teams play would be nice, like a blocked field goal or something like that. I think Jalen Reagor could have another decent game or better than last week and get more involved. Absolutely. Get him going in the short game as well. That's what I would do. Josh Sweat every week. Josh Sweat is looking like the real deal. I'll tell you something. I mean, Josh Sweat could be a hidden gem for us this year. So, Darius Slayton versus Darius Slay. Another Lightning fan in here. Nice. Gonzo Nation, what's going on? RIP Islanders. Nikel Roby Coleman. Stars will win the Stanley Cup. Watching NFL Access and they picked the Rams to win. Of course they did. Of course everybody picks the Rams to win. Look, the Eagles have a talented team. We have a good team, but we just got to stay on top of it and just no more disappointment, Like my thing last week, if you guys remember, was we need to come out and start stronger, which we did. We usually don't start strong. We came out and started stronger, but the way we finished was piss poor and miserable. And we didn't even score in the second half. That's just bad. That's just bad. But yeah, so we'll probably be on here for about 20 more minutes. Just get some more takes up in here. I want to ask you guys though, before we get to our score predictions and all that, answer me yes or no to this question. If you are an Eagles fan or whoever else, is this a must-win for the Philadelphia Eagles? Is this a must-win for the Philadelphia Eagles? If we lose this game and we go down 0-2, and then we got the Bengals and the 49ers, and then we got Pittsburgh and the Ravens. Like, is this a must-win? I'm tempted to say no, but at the same time, it almost feels like yes. Like, if we go down 0-2, all right, the Eagles always struggle with the Bengals for some reason. And, Pittsburgh's coming up. They look like they're a fine team. The Ravens, even the 49ers will probably be okay. I don't know. I don't know which way to go on this. But I don't want to drop the 0-2. I really don't. It'll take a lot out of me. Let's see. Gonzo Nation says yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So everybody thinks that this is a big opportunity. Like, we have to win this game. Interesting. Demon Badger, someone on the other side says it's not a must win. I feel you. I understand what you mean by the quotation. It's like, it's not a must win, but at the same time, it's just like where we do desperately need this game. We need this kind of game. Connor Murphy says, yes, they need to win this game just to be 1-1 at least. It's crazy. Like, really at this time that everybody in this division is 0-1 except for Washington. It's crazy. I probably would have said if Dallas had won this past week that it would be a must-win, but I don't know. San Fran is not the team that it used to be. I agree with that. It is absolutely. Yes, I hope Nikel Roby Coleman gets a pick versus the Rams. We were 1-2 last year. So it makes the next game a must-win. I feel you. Every game is a must-win, but so far this is a must-win for us. This is a huge must-win. Yes. Asia says, you really want to see Mark Holmes trolling you if you go down 2-0. Well, Mark Holmes needs to worry about his team because Mark Holmes and a bunch of others were quick to troll the Eagles. The Eagles lost to Washington, but then they lost as well. We are in the same exact place. And it's funny Dallas Cowboy fans are pitiful. All week, they were on my comment section saying, oh, well, it's not as bad because we didn't lose by as much. Our loss wasn't the same. You know, we lost to a team with a name. These were like actual excuses from Dallas fans. And it's just funny to me. It really just is funny to me. Like, the extremes that they will go to defend that. Like, no, we are in the same predicament. We are both 0-1. We are tied in the division. So it's just funny to me, yo. It's just funny. Let's see. Gonzo says, I think it's a must-win despite the injuries. Well, like I said earlier, Sanders, Lane Johnson, Hargrave, Barnett, Brandon Graham, they're all expected to come back. So we got to stay healthy on the field, man. We got to stay healthy. Do you think the Bears would actually trade Allen Robinson or no? I do think they will. He requested a trade. I think he will be gone. I don't see him going back. Demon says Mark Holmes should worry about his own team, to be honest. Exactly. Cowboys fans were so quick to start talking. And just as quick, they disappeared. They disappeared. Even Washington fans. I gain a lot of Washington people on this channel because of my post-game stream. But, I mean, I'm almost starting to think Washington fans are just as delusional. I didn't even know that they had fans, given the fact that their attendance rate is usually like 0%. But they got a lot of people on YouTube, and they're just talking so heavily. They'll be gone in a couple weeks. It's crazy. Cowboys fans are just as bad as Celtics fans. What's going on, Matisse Thibelstan, another channel member, valued member up in the house, man. Appreciate you being up in here. I feel you, man. That for me, it's the Cowboys, the Celtics, and even the Washington football team at this point. It's pretty funny. Looks like we got a super chat up in here. The boys 2138. What's going on? Appreciate that super chat. Says, what up, RB? Hope all is well. Eagles and Cowboys play calling has to improve from last week. It's possible somebody wins the NFC East at 7-9 or 8-8. Do you really think so? That would be insane, man. That would be insane. I could definitely see it being like a 9 or 10 win division. But I agree. I mean, we'll talk about the Cowboys in a second, but the Eagles, I agree. Like, we had the game in hand, and we just gave them life and opportunity. And they're a young, hungry team. They're fighting for their coach. And Chase Young wanted to show off in his debut, and he did. He deserves that. So I agree. The Eagles play calling has to be better. As for the Cowboys, I mean, new coach, same problems. It's great. I was just laughing it off on that 4th and 3. Enjoying it. I still don't get how you're a Sixers and Cowboys fan, but I'm still trying to figure it out, man. You got a Phillies hat on in your picture too. Phillies hat. Come on, man. Get away from the dark side. But hey, I appreciate the super chat, my guy. Shout out to you for being up in here. And you're right. We both got to improve. I actually wasn't like alarmed or anything like that by the Dallas Cowboys. I thought they would come out a lot stronger in their performance. At least with the Eagles, I saw flashes of like this being a good team. We just kind of gave it up. But the Cowboys did not show me that, just being honest with you, from week 1. So we will see. BLSG says we're undefeated versus the Rams under head coach Doug, so we're not losing this game. Look, I think recent history has shown that we can beat the Rams. It's just something about us having that upper edge on them. And you're right. We got to beat them. We have to beat this team. So I'm excited. Asia Roberson, he was trolling Philly 500 so bad last week. Of course he was. Demon Badger says, I think we'll win this week anyway. I do too. Absolutely. Boston fans are fair. Very far and few in between. Eagles always respond to a bad game. They absolutely do. I agree. They talked immediately after that loss. Exactly. Right after. And then they were quick to disappear. So Waylon says must-win game. Did you talk about the Eagles trying out Devonta Freeman? Yeah. I'll just say this very shortly. What I said is, I don't know what everybody else said, but at this point, I feel like we have a lot of backs. We have Scott and Clement. We have guys on the practice squad like Holyfield and Killins and Michael Warren. If we go out and sign Devonta Freeman to a minimum contract, it's fine. Bring him in, see if he still has it, see if he still has anything left in the tank. But if we don't get him, I'm not too worried. I'm not going to say it's the end of the world or we let one slip. I really don't feel that way about Devonta Freeman. I think we have what we need. Just Doug needs to rely on the run more. So that's just my quick opinion, but let me know yours as well. We got to beat teams Dallas can't beat. Not going to lie, Giants fans were annoying, but now when they lost it, they got quiet like everyone does. Robert Woods has a field day against Dallas. Yeah, I do think that Slay and Maddox and Nickel are going to have a great game now. I really do. It's crazy. Like, even during this last week, for once, I was actually relaxed with the Eagles secondary. I never thought I'd see the day. But I wasn't sweating it at all. We didn't see someone get beat for 60 yards. Now, the Rams might try a couple shots, but I actually feel confident. It's crazy to say that. It's crazy. Jason Garrett 2.0. I love it. Did you hear Skip comments about Dak when he lost his brother? Yeah, that was inexcusable. That was ridiculous. Terrible. I don't know how Doug Peterson won a Lombardi. Yeah, it's actually very interesting. I think the Eagles had destiny that year. I do think Doug made the right calls at the right time, but I will be honest. A lot of it was Frank Reich. I'm not taking anything away from Doug, but Frank Reich was an integral part of this team, and I miss him. I do miss him a lot. So. Look, we both lost. It's a fact. Hopefully, we still fought in the game. I don't fully agree that the Cowboys should have taken a field goal. However, that lost play was BS. Look, I'm not gonna say the Cowboys won or lost off a pass interference. I don't think that's fair, but they just didn't play as well. So I go with the opposite of what Skip Bayless says. Forley's favorite teams: Patriots, Celtics, Yankees, and Capitals. I like it. Let's see. Hear about the reports Marcus Smart was screaming at people. Yeah, I did see that. Saquon was locked up like Akon. Crazy. Bro Key, what's going on, man? Asia says, I heard about Marcus Smart. Shout out to all my channel members, by the way. We got a bunch of them up in here. Appreciate your guys' continued support as always. We got 50 people up in the chat. Can we get 50 likes up in here? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I put out a preview prediction video yesterday. I stream immediately after the game on Sunday, so be sure to be here for the live reaction. And, yeah, we're going to keep it up, keep grinding. I'm excited for the Eagles. I think we're going to bounce back this week. Let's get into some of our predictions. Let's see. Hold up. Colin Finn, what's going on? What up, RB? Just hopped in. How you doing, man? What's going on? Just talking some Eagles and Rams. About to give our predictions. The boys, I was shocked the Eagles kept running play action without running. Exactly. And we were way too predictable, and we can't do that against Aaron Donald and them boys. It just cannot happen. It cannot happen. If you look at our Super Bowl team depth compared to this year's team, you can see why we aren't winning a Super Bowl this year. Interesting. I think we actually have a lot of depth, but I just think we got to stay healthy. The last 4 years have literally just been injury on top of injury. I've never seen a 4-year span with this many injuries. I've never seen it, honestly. That new medical staff needs to get on it. They need to get on it. Who's better, Zeke or Saquon right now? I mean, off week 1, it's Zeke, but overall, I don't know. It's a good question. I think they're two of the top in the league. So, yeah, I don't know exactly right now. Shout out to my guy, Sean McQuestion up in the chat, dropping the channel membership emojis. I love it. I love it. Got more on the way, too. 4 least favorite teams, Niners, Flames, Mets, and Heat. Interesting. Will the Eagles starters return this week? At least most. Yes. Sanders, Lane Johnson, Barnett, Graham, Hargrave, they're all supposed to be playing this week. So we'll get a better idea of this team being healthy, but we got to call the right plays. We got to get our feet under us, and hopefully we stay on the field for the entire game. So let's see. Rams will play screens, run the football, also every now and then throw it with a little play action. Yeah, they're very balanced. You know Sean McVay, what he likes to do. I expect to even see a little bit up-tempo. But if we get some pressure, I'm expecting us to completely stuff that run. I'm excited to see the tandem of Hargrave and Fletcher Cox. I'll be honest with you guys. Look, I love Fletcher Cox, but at this point, I'm just going to say it. Fletcher has been way too quiet lately. You're supposed to be a leader on the defense. You're supposed to be one of our dudes. You're supposed to be that man, and you're getting paid to be the man. You got to step up. I want a multi-sack game from Fletcher Cox, all right? He's been way too quiet, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's see. All right, so we got some predictions up in here. I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction. Like I said yesterday, I think the Philadelphia Eagles and the Rams actually have a little bit more of a high-scoring game than people think. I think Wentz takes this upon himself. I think Doug will make the necessary adjustments, and I think McVay, like I said, will play a lot of up-tempo. I think there's going to be some good scores in this game. I don't think the Eagles' day is going to play bad, but I think they'll play a little bit worse than last week because I actually think they did play pretty well. I'm expecting this game to go down to the fourth quarter, back and forth, and I think the Eagles score with about 7 minutes left. And I think we give the Rams the ball one more time, and they come down, and I think the Eagles make a clutch stop, get the ball back, and seal it to win the game. I'm going to say the Birds win this game 31-27. I'll say three touchdowns for Carson Wentz. I'll say 2 touchdowns. Actually, no, I'll say 2 touchdowns for Carson Wentz because I really think Miles Sanders actually, no, we'll go 3 touchdowns to Carson Wentz, 2 for Miles Sanders, but 1 will be in the passing attack. I'll say 1 on the ground for Miles Sanders and 1 receiving for Miles Sanders. So I think he's going to have a big game. I think you'll see Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert get a lot of action. And I think this will be a game, and I think the Eagles defense will make a clutch stop late. 31-27 Eagles. Let me get your predictions up in the chat. Colin Finn says, wait, hold up. Replay Booth says 14-13. That's crazy. That's a low-scoring game. Colin 28-24, 35-24 Eagles. Think the Eagles lose a close one. Interesting. 4 least favorites, Lakers, Dodgers, Cowboys, Seahawks, and I don't know enough about hockey. 32-20 Eagles. I'll release my Eagles preview tomorrow. Shout out to Barn with the channel member emojis. I never seen that many injuries, bro. It's crazy. We sold our soul for Lombardi. Eagles 24-20. Miles Sanders, good game. 35-30 Eagles. Sixers are always hurt. What's up with the water in Philly? I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's a good question. Yo, your video about Zach Ertz was hilarious. Yeah, it was crazy. Those delusional Cowboy fans, I love it. Whoever put that report out, I don't even get paid near enough to do anything. And I should be if I can put out a report and say the Dallas Cowboys are interested in Zach Ertz, and I can get paid from that. It's crazy what you can do in 2020. Zeke was on the field, has to be the team. Can't just be one man. Coach need to call smarter plays. If Tyron Smith is out for Dallas over against Atlanta, Embiid is unfit in general. 28-21 Eagles, 31-17. McVay's a really good coach. He made Jared Goff look half decent. At the same time, Doug still should have won that coach of the year years back, but it is what it is. We got to where we needed to go. I once said Cox was 1B to Aaron Donald. Exactly, and he is, but I don't know what's up with him. I need to see a lot more from Fletch. I really do. 4 least favorite teams, Cowboys, Redskins, Nationals, and Warriors. Interesting. 27-21 Rams. On my phone, Eagles 31-27, right on the money. Let's go, RB. Shout out to you, man. Same exact score. I love it. Eagles 23-10. I love it. 38-27. Got to work on that. Simmons has been hurt good amount. 23-17 Birds. We got to work on getting Horford out of Philly. I will trade Al Horford for a bag of chips at this point. I really will. And I will single-handedly bring Buddy Hield to Philly myself. If you guys have not yet, on my Twitter, I'm trying to get this trending. A video I put out and a post. I'm trying to get Buddy Hield to Philadelphia. Go back on my page a little bit. If you could retweet that, it would help out a lot. 31-22 Rams, and I'm not biased. I don't know, man. You're a little bit iffy. You got some Philly in him, so we'll see. Why do people think Goff is bad? I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he's number one talent. You know what I mean? Like, he just is what he is. So, let's see. Zach Ertz for Zach Martin. Imagine. Ridiculous. Colin Finn, just want to say thanks for all the Eagles news. Without you, I wouldn't know the Eagles news. Thank you. Hey, no problem, man. Always going to try to keep it up as much as possible. So I appreciate that. Shout out to you. But hey, before we get up on out of here, you know what we got to do? The one thing we forgot. Hot Take Friday, baby. You get the fire of the fire takes. in here. You get the most fire. Like it's burning up in this chat. I need some hot takes. I gave you my hot take earlier. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert both come out of this game with a touchdown, all right? 2 tight ends, 2 touchdowns from the tight ends. Give me your hottest takes, something crazy. Come out of your comfort zone. Give me something bold, man, up in the chat before we get up on out of here. Give me a fire take. It could be the Eagles. It could be the Rams. It could be around the NFL this week. Give me something. Give me something. Come on. Look, we still got 40 people up in here. I need 40 hot takes up in the chat right now. Hit that like button too. Let's see. Goff back up. I take it back. Hate the Celtics 1,000 times more than the Warriors. Almost forgot. 31-10 Eagles. I like it. There's no chance I trade Ertz to Dallas. There was actually people saying that it would be a good idea, and it makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Why? Like, it really just makes no sense at all. That's all I could say. Colin says, what do you think our record is going to be? I think we can still be a 10-11 win team, but things are going to have to go our way. I'll say 10 or 11 wins, but we got to see how we come out. You know, these next couple weeks are going to tell a lot about our team. Come on, leave them hot takes up in the chat before we get up on out of here. Nick says Slay and Gary both get a pick. Interesting. Number 1 defense shuts down the Rams. If Eagles can block Aaron Donald and shut down the run, Eagles will win, period. If Eagles don't do that, then the Rams will have a chance. The game will come down to a who can score more. There we go. Goff throws 0 touchdowns. I actually like that one. I think that could happen, to be honest. That's a good one. Hot take is the Eagles are up 21-0 end of the first, and we have a pick 6. So are you meaning that we throw a pick 6? Because that would actually be pretty funny. The boys 2-1-3-8. This isn't crazy, but Cowboys 2020-21 Super Bowl champs. All right, the boys, you lost me a little bit. You lost me a little bit there. I mean, hot take central, but come on, we got to keep it realistic here. We got to keep it, what can actually happen. Come on now. You can't even mutter those words. Come on now. Come on. I mean, who's it? The Dallas Stars are in the NHL Stanley Cup before the Dallas Cowboys. Come on now. Come on. Big Play has 2 picks. Mike Fisher is going to join Mark Holmes live tonight. I hope Mark won't say dumb comments. Honestly, I don't even tune into his streams that much, but the couple times that I did, it's just like the amount of crap. Like he can't even take comments from other people. Like it's crazy. But yeah, I know they were sick. I tuned into Philly 500 stream the other night after that game, and I saw him like showing the camera of those guys. I don't know what stream they were on, but it was great. I was laughing my balls off watching them get pissed off about that loss. It was great. It was great. Let's see. Panthers beat Tampa 28-17. Jersey boy, what's good, bro? Just got in the chat. What did I miss? Hey, we talked about everything, man. We talked about Devonta Freeman, our score predictions, our players of the week, a bunch of stuff, man. We're ready to get up on out of here now. We're giving some hot takes, so leave one up in the chat, man. Rieger and Djax have a 50-yard touchdown each. I like it. Fire take under the last 2 minutes. Eagles throw in Craig James, and he gets a pick. Craig James is actually on IR, bro. He's actually out. Him and Vinny Curry are going to be out for some time, so I don't even know when they're coming back. Miles Sanders goes for 2 touchdowns and 120 yards. That is a very good prediction. I like that. Hot take, Wentz over 310 yards. Hopefully he keeps up with it, Fuller has 2 interceptions, and Jake Elliott misses a 45-yard field goal to tie the game. If Jake Elliott comes out here and misses another field goal, well, we're going to have to start having some conversation. You know what I mean? Here's another hot take for you guys, something that nobody will mention. How about a kick return touchdown? Yeah, that's right. Jalen Reagor runs it back for 100 yards. How about that? How about that? Did you see Joel tweet he's mad? Yeah, I think that was about something else, though. I got to look more into that. I don't know about that. Hot take, Ertz, Goddard, and Miles Sanders will score at least 2 touchdowns and win the closing game. I love it. My God. Oh, man. I meant we get one early in the game leading to that 21-0 lead. I thought you meant like we go up and then the same thing, like we give up a pick 6 or something, but that'd be good. That'd be good. Who do you think is going to get the pick, though? I think Nickel Roby-Coleman's going to pick off Jared Goff, and I think he's going to slam the football down in somebody's face. I think he's going to get hyped this game. I'm ready. Dallas Stars 2020 chance of getting underestimated. Yeah, the Dallas Stars will win a championship before the Dallas Cowboys, and it's awesome to me. It's awesome. Around the league, Baker Mayfield becomes even worse. Got to head out. Have a nice night. See you Sunday. Hey, appreciate you. Hope to see you up in here Sunday, man. Pete, what's going on? What's up? You ready for a win Sunday? I'm ready. I'm fired up. You know, when I wake up Sunday morning, it's going to be, look, I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, wear my Eagles jersey, and get hyped. Get hyped. You know what I mean? Hot take, Dak and the boys will run a table with the Falcons 49. Not happening. Not happening. They're not scoring above 40 points. I'll tell you that. How are you a Philly fan and also a Cowboys fan? Let them answer that one. Let them answer that. Number 1 defense shuts down the Rams to 3 field goals. I like it. Try to tell them boys McCarthy isn't it. Yeah, but no, it's Jason Garrett's fault though. It's Jason Garrett's fault still. Hot take, Dak throws for 6,500 yards and wins MVP. That's bad. That's bad. Thanks, RB. See you Sunday. Appreciate you, Colin. Love it. Luka Doncic MVP. I meant Marcus Epps. There you go. There you go. He had a nice play last week. Mavs go 82-0 next year. Defense gets 3 turnovers. Reagor and Jackson, long touchdowns. Carson doesn't throw a pick and 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I love it. We'll get a couple more in here, and then we will hop on out of here. Joe was tweeting in response of Kendrick Perkins saying Bam is the best center in the East, and Joe is the 3rd best center. Yeah, Kendrick Perkins doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's see. How long have you been live? About just over an hour now. So each Friday we'll do an hour stream just like this. Get your guys' thoughts and everything. So hot take, Ramsey and Donald are going to have a fight. I like it. No doubt the Cowboys will destroy an under 500 team. Falcons beat the Cowgirls. Joe, best center in the East. Falcons can play defense without Cowboys offense. Absolutely. Absolutely they can. Best center in the game. 5 seconds on the clock. Scores 24-24 and the Eagles punt return for the win. I love it. A D-Jax punt return for the win. Imagine that. Hot take, both Goddard and Ertz 100 yards. That'd be nuts. Nuggets in 7. I can't lie. I still think Embiid is the best center in the league, but it's tough to debate when Jokic is playing the way he is in the playoffs. I would take Embiid, but hey, we got 40 up in here. Be sure to hit that like button on your guys' way out. Hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got 44 likes. Let's get it up to 50, man. And I do appreciate you guys for the continued support, showing love. I dropped an official preview prediction, as I will every Thursday, so be sure to check that out if you have not yet. And with that being said, look, I will be back here Sunday immediately after the game. Post-game live, we'll get a lot of thoughts, a lot of instant reaction and thoughts up in here. And I appreciate all you guys for coming out tonight and hanging out. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Watch some football, watch some basketball, and we'll be back soon. But with that being said, RB, Philly take with RB. Let's go Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's get a W this week. Fly, Eagles, fly in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.